Hi friends, in the last session we have started that garbage collection concept, right? In the last session we have started that garbage collection. So now today we are going to discuss about the destructors. Okay, with respect to garbage collector destructor concept, now we have to discuss. Okay, so friends, if you are watching my channel for the first time, please subscribe to my channel and provide your comment in the comment section so that I will clear your queries. Okay, please subscribe to my channel if you are watching my channel for the first time. Okay, now let me remind for the last session for one time so that next I will go for the today concept. So last session concept is a garbage collection. Okay, last session concept is garbage collection. In old languages like C++, programmer is responsible for both the creation and destruction of objects. Okay, programmer is responsible for both the creation and destruction of objects. Usually, programmer taking very much care while creating the object but neglecting destruction of useless objects. Okay, programmer taking very much care while creating the object but neglecting destruction of useless objects. Because of his negligence, total memory can be filled up with the useless objects, which creates memory problem, and the total application will be down with the out of memory error. Okay, total application will be down with the out of memory error. Okay, so next, but in Python we have some assistant which is always running in the background to destroy useless objects. Okay, in Python we have some assistant which is always running in the background to destroy useless objects. Because this assistance is chance of failing Python program which memory problems is very less. Okay, because of this assistant, chance of failing Python program with memory problems is very less. This assistance is nothing but what? A garbage collector. Okay, this assistance is nothing but what? A garbage collector. Hence, the main objective of garbage collector is to destroy useless objects. Okay, the main objective of garbage collector is to destroy useless object. That means when the object is no longer required in future, garbage collector is going to destroy useless objects for to improve the application performance. Okay, to improve the performance of the application. If an object does not have any reference variable, then that object eligible for garbage collection. Okay, if an object does not have any reference variable, then that object is not eligible for garbage collection. Okay, and we observe that how to enable and disable garbage collector in our program. Okay, this is the way we can enable, we can check, we can enable garbage collector and we can disable and we can enable. Okay, by using this we can disable or enable based on our requirement in our program. But if we are disabling explicitly, there may be a chance of application is going to be down with the memory error. Okay, there may be a chance. Okay, there may be a chance. I'm not, it is not sure. Okay, it is varied from platform to platform. Okay, now today concept is destructors. Okay, today concept is destructors. So in Python we can say destructors, but in Java we can say the concept as a finalize method. Okay, we can in Java we can say as a finalize method. So normally destructor is a special method in Python. Okay, destructor is a special method in Python. Special method in Python. Okay, destructor is a special method in Python, and we can declare as underscore underscore del underscore underscore, and we can declare as underscore underscore del underscore underscore dot. Okay, this is point number one. Next, just before destroying an object, garbage collector always calls a destructor to perform cleanup activities. Okay, before destroying an object, garbage collector always calls a destructor to perform cleanup activities. Okay, simply observe here, observe carefully here. I'm going for the Python shell. Okay, observe in the last session I've explained the same. A equals to 10. Okay, now I'm asking a, and a equals to 20. Okay, a is equal to 20, and I'm asking a. So if you observe in the last session the same, first a equals to 10 and we are asking what is a, and the same a equal to 20 and I'm asking a. So here what happening is when this object is not pointing to anything, okay, when this object is not pointing to anything, just before destroying useless object, garbage collector always calls a destructor to perform cleanup activity to improve the performance of the application. Okay, when a is pointing to this object, this is this object is not pointing to anything, means if we, Python not destructing this object means it creates the memory problem. Okay, it creates a memory problem. So that's why only garbage collector concept introduced, and in that case, destructor is going to destroy this useless object. Okay, destroy this useless object. So I'm writing the point just before. Okay, just before destroying, just before destroying an object, okay, just before destroying an object, garbage collector, okay, just before destroying an object, garbage collector always calls destructor. Okay, always calls a destructor to perform, okay, to perform cleanup activity, okay, to perform cleanup activities, okay, to perform cleanup activities. Next, once the destructor execution completed, garbage collector automatically destroys that object. Okay. Once the destructor, okay, once the destructor execution, okay, once the destructor execution, okay, once the destructor execution completes, okay, once the destruction execution completes, then garbage collector, garbage collector automatically, okay, automatically destroys that object. Okay, once the destructor execution completes, then garbage collector automatically destroys that object, destroys that object. Clear? Destroys that object, destroys that object. So when I'm explaining this point, but make sure one point clear. The job of destructor is not to destroy the object, and it is just to perform cleanup activity. Okay, here destructor job is not to destroy the useless object, it is going to perform cleanup activity. Okay, the job of, okay, the job of destructor, okay, the job of destructor, the job of destructor is not to, not to destroy useless objects. Okay, the job of destructor is not to destroy useless object, it is, it is just to perform, okay, it is just to perform, just to perform cleanup activities, it is just to perform cleanup activities. Okay, it is just to perform cleanup activity. Okay, the based on this theory, observe the program. I will explain one small problem, then you will get much clarity on the destructors. Okay, observe here, observe carefully, observe carefully. So here what I'm taking means I'm class, a class test I'm taking, a class test I'm taking. First I'm taking one constructor. Okay, I'm taking one constructor. You know what is underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Okay, underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Next, so here what I'm writing means print object initialization. Object initialization. Okay, object initialization. Okay, object initialization. So underscore underscore init underscore underscore is meant for to object initialization. Okay, to meant for to object initialization. In the same way, I'm taking one destructor. Okay, in the same way, I'm taking destructor. Okay, observe destructor also I'm taking. Printing. Okay, printing fulfilling last wish. Okay, fulfilling last wish, fulfilling last wish and performing cleanup activity. Performing cleanup activities and performing cleanup activities. Okay, perform cleanup activities. So observe here T1 is equal to test. I'm creating object. Okay, I'm creating test object. Okay, I'm creating test object. So observe here carefully. First, when I ran this program, Python test.py, Python test.py, object initialization and fulfilling last wish and performing cleanup activity. Okay, fulfilling last wish and performing cleanup activity. So if you observe here, the moment when object creation, the moment object destroying also. Okay, the moment when object is initializing, the moment object is also destroying. Okay, the moment object initialization, the moment object also destroying and to perform cleanup activity. Okay, when I'm destroying the useless object, I'm making it to t1 is equal to none. I'm taking. Okay, t1 is equal to none. T1 is equal to none. I'm asking time dot sleep. Okay, time dot sleep of 5 seconds. Okay, time dot sleep of 5 seconds. Next, I'm printing end of the application. Okay, end of application. Okay, end of application. So when I'm using time, we need to import. We need to import time. We need to import the time. So observe object moment initializing and destroying. Okay, once it is done, I'm making the object not pointing to anything. Okay, I'm making the object not pointing to anything. Time dot sleep of 5. I'm making it sleep for 5 seconds. Next, end of the application. Now observe the behavior. In this case, observe the behavior. Object initialization, fulfilling last wish and performing cleanup activity. Next, after that 5 seconds, it is waiting. After that, it is application is ending. Okay, application is terminating. Okay, application is terminating. Okay, so this is nothing but what a destructor. Okay, this is nothing but what a destructor. In the next session, I'm going to explain other two programs. You will get much clarity on the destructor. Okay, here the main job of a destructor is not to destroy the user's object, just it is performing cleanup activity. That means in the constructor normally instance variables will be initialized, so that the instance variable will be destroyed. Okay, that instance variable will be destroyed when the destructor is executed. Okay, and to perform cleanup activity purpose. Clear? So thank you friends. Thanks for watching this video. If you are having any questions, please post your query in the comment section or reach out to my email ID in the given description. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching.